Welcome. Happy Monday. Welcome to the using your Mac computer, Apple computer class. And today we're discussing files and folders. And we're going to get right into it, right? So I have a metaphor that I use, and that is the file cabinet. And if you've used the file cabinet, you know that it's the typical one is separated into drawers. And the drawers have labels on them for different groupings. The contents are arranged alphabetically. Let me give you a nice picture of one in case you forgot what they look like. And here we are, horizontal file cabinet, horizontal files. Um, they don't have any labels on these drawers, but you get the idea. Now, what's important about the reason I'm showing you this is that the computer, on the computer, when they created the computer system, they tried to make it so that regular people could use it. So they replicated the idea, especially when they start using a graphical user interface, which is what Mac OS, which had first, and then Windows, which copied it. In fact, Microsoft didn't always have Windows. Microsoft. They had DOS, and it was a screen with white text. Um, Apple went to Xerox and copied the whole. Well, they saw the whole system of using a mouse and a keyboard and images and everything. Xerox had developed this, but they weren't doing anything with it. So Steve Jobs went, well, if you ain't gonna do it, I will. Um, and they made this thing with visual pictures you can drag around with your mouse and all the screens and all of that, rather than having just a screen with words. Okay. Um, and then he made a mistake of sharing it with Bill Gates, who criminal young man that he is. Actually, he's a criminal old man too. That's another story. Um, Stole it. So, and there were lawsuits and all of that. But by the time Apple got anything with the lawsuit, it was too late. Windows, who was selling his stuff to corporations, blew up and just left Apple way behind. But that's history. Apple dominates now because of mobile devices. So anyway, this is the file cabinet, and it replicates the idea of the real life where you have a drawer, and inside you have hanging folders. Each one of those folders usually will have a subset of manila folders that may or may not have that. And inside those folders are the documents. So the documents are put into folders, and they're arranged alphabetically so that you can find them again. So when the manager in the office says, or your client says, or the church says, or the community leader says, hey, we need the blankety blank statement from blankety blank date by blankety blank, you go, oh, okay, I'll go in there and pull it either as arranged by date or alphabetically. You know where to go. It's not a big drawer full of everything just thrown in there, like my socks used to be before my wife taught me different. So um, now you can access things when you need them, and then you put them back, of course, in their place, right? Put them back where they came from. Everything, a place for everything, and everything in its place. Somebody said. All right, so that's the story there. Okay, so now you see, I'm going to show you my desktop, just like I keep a clean. It's my little fetish, keeping a clean desktop. That's the one place in my life that's completely tightly organized. Everything outside of that is a little different. So let me share. Minimize that. And there is my desktop. And you have the background. And you have, now I have I have a folder here called desktoppers. What is that? Why would I have something called desktoppers on the desktop? Well, that's why I put all the stuff that would normally be on the desktop, because I don't like seeing stuff all over my desktop. It's like some folks don't leave. You go in their home, they have nothing out of place. They get upset when there's like a glass thing on the table. They want nothing, right? Everything's like clean. So this is my desktoppers, and I put everything in here. Now there's two reasons. I already told you one. I like to see it neat, and the other reason is keeping things on your desktop uses up the limited computer memory. Okay, and so it takes a lot of memory to hold things on the desktop so that they're visible. So I just put all the stuff in here. If I want to blow it up big, oh, there's all the junk I have on the desktop. Look at all of that. Okay. Somebody's looking at that. No, that is not. This is not what you think it is. This is a picture. This is a Rorschach test. A Rorschach test. What do you think this is? This is a lamp against a pinkish wall. See, here's the white part of the lamp. There's the base of it. What's he got? What's he got that picture there for? That's not what it is. Okay. All right. Now, um, let's see here. Anyway, so that's how I have it here. So I go in here to get this stuff. Well, how did I do that? Well, not that I ever kept stuff on here, but let's say I did. Let's say I had all this stuff sitting out here. I made on my desktop a folder. How do you make a folder? You right click on the desktop and immediately on top it says new folder. And you click that, a new folder appears. It says untitled folder. And you do not need to click. You should not click. You must not click if you want to rename it from untitled folder to something else. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay. If you click here, it becomes untitled folder. And now you have to erase and backspace and all of that. And that's kind of a silly way to do it, right? Whereas if you just click, when it, see, now you may be confused. My highlights are orange. Yours are blue, but I like the color orange. So I changed my highlight colors to orange. That's why it looks like that. But it's still highlighted. And all you have to do is type in teaching material or whatever you want to call it, okay? Now I click off it and there it is. That's how it looks, right? That's how you do it. Right click, new folder, type the name in, you press return, you're done. And then, well then how do you get that stuff that's on the desktop into there? Well, I'm gonna throw this one away. I don't need it. I'm gonna show you what I did with this thing called desktoppers. Okay, let's snooze for 2 hours. Okay. So I'm gonna take this stuff out of desktoppers just for now. I'm gonna dirty it up and then put it back later. Oh, it's gonna be interesting to see this. Okay. Drag all the stuff out here. Drag it all out. Ay, 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 what a mess. It has to move 162 items. Really? Oh, there they are. Ah, this is what a lot of people's desktops look like. And this would make me, I'm tired of this picture. Let me get rid of it. All right. Good. All this stuff is like, oh my gosh, how do you find blah, 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 blah. Okay, some people have it. Some people even have it neatly arranged in grids, but you can't find anything. It's like, how do you know? My wife used to do this, so I showed her how to put things in folders. Now, I could highlight all of this stuff, Command A, make sure you hold down Command and unselect the drives if you have anything like that. Okay, and unselect the folders you have in here. Okay, and now I can just click on one, hold down the mouse, and drag it until desktoppers highlights, which it did. And it should take a second before it makes a liar out of me. Okay, what did I do wrong? Did I had something that shouldn't have been highlighted? Oh, I had the hard drive highlighted. No, you can't do that. Uncheck that. Okay, I thought I did that. All right, click on one and drag it into the folder. Boom. Now it's moving. Okay, on the back where they belong. Now, you do not have to do it that way. You don't have to keep everything hidden away in a folder. Because some people want to see things on the desktop. And Apple knows that the majority of people are not going to be like me, and they're going to have their stuff on the desktop. So they just say, you know what, rather than trying to force teach or whatever, they ain't going to, just accept that's what they're going to do, and let's help them make it better the way they want to do it, even though it's not the best way. Doesn't matter. So once again, I'm going to put this stuff back out. I'm going to undo, put all that stuff back out there. All right. Okay, so I'm going to move it back. Undo puts it back. You do something, make a mistake, undo, edit, undo. Wonderful thing. Too bad it doesn't work that way in real life. Too bad you can't undo that money you lost at Atlantic City last week, or undo that person you wish you hadn't married, or that's not how it works. All right. So now this is a great thing. I'm going to unselect these. Okay, unhighlight. Apple uses something called Stacks, and Stacks takes all this stuff on your desktop and arranges it into categories, or arranges into types, not categories, types of file. So how do we do that? Well, I'm going to right click on the desktop in the empty area. Zoom in here, right click, and choose Use Stacks. Oh, it has sort by grid, last open, that's too confusing. Use Stacks. I click on Stacks, watch what happens. Where'd it go? They're over here, and all over here in a grid, okay? And so they put all the folders are here as folders. Then, except for a couple of icons for apps, then here are stacks of documents and files, I should say, file types. Let me drag this. Come on, Ring Central, move over. All right, so now, let me zoom over here if I can do that. I can't get too close to the edge. So this one says documents. This one says images. It says PDF. This is music. There's music in there. Movies. There's movies in there. There's no movies in there. If I click on documents, look what happens. It pops out, all the documents pop out individually, okay? And it shows here, instead now, a little box with an arrow pointing down, so that's this unstacked stack. If I click it again, they go back into that stack. Images, click on images. Pop, all the images pop out from that stack. They're stacked on top of each other. Oh, that's the thing I was looking for. That's the picture I was looking for. There it is. The picture of that screen. Yeah, I need that. Whatever. Okay. Then I can put it back by clicking images again. They all go back in the stack. Same thing with PDF documents. Ooh, I got a bunch of those. A bunch of these. Now, I didn't make these categories. Apple made these. Okay. Put that back. Here is music. Because I have some music recordings here. Oh, yeah, look at that. All right. And then we have, let me zoom out a little bit. Movies, these aren't actual movies. These are just, I don't know what these are, but these are not actual movies. That's why there's nothing here. Okay. And so on. Okay. So that's how Stacks works. It does it for you. If you want to keep things on your desktop, it does it for you. And you don't have to worry about finding stuff. Okay. Okay, good. Now I'm going to show you something different. Let's see here. Now, if I right click on the screen while the stacks are open, it says group stacks by kind. I can do a different kind of grouping of those stacks. They were grouped by the type of stack, like images, documents, so on. But if I can make that, maybe I don't want it that way. I want something different. So I come down to group stacks by, I right click on the screen, come down to group stacks by. You could do them by date last open. Let's click on that. Now it changed, okay? It changed. Look what's here. We have previous 7 days. Oh, on the side. I wish I could make it do it, but that's what it moves everything far over so you can't see. Can I move these over myself? Let's try that. Uncheck that. Okay, move everything else over. Oh man, that didn't work. Let's try it again. It may not let me do it. No, 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 no. Being a little stubborn, isn't it? Let go. I did. Finally did. Now I'm gonna click on one and drag them all. Oh no, 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 no! I pressed too hard. Ah, I pressed too hard. Shucks. I forget it. Okay, so you have previous 7 days right here. Click on that. These are all the things that I put here or saved here, or I opened in the last 7 days. Okay. Then we have previous 30 days. Month of June, pop out all the things that were done in June. Then we have March. You get the idea. Then we have all of 2018. I don't know why. Oh, because above that, we have all of 2019. Screenshots, whatever I was doing, okay? I guess 2020 is here. 2020 is on the bottom. All the things that I put here that were saved from 2020, okay? Close that back up. Then I saw one that said earlier, even before 2018, this stuff was here before 2018. Okay, close it. So that helps you arrange that stuff, and there you are. Now, I want to put all this stuff back where it was. Right click, I'm going to turn off stacks. And now, can I go back far enough to put it back where it was? Redo move of 161 items. Let's see what happens. No! I put them in the wrong folder. Jeez, I gotta undo that. I put them into the wrong folder. It's supposed to be in the desktopers folder. Okay, put them back in the desktop. They're all, luckily, they're already highlighted. Now, this is what I keep saying. Don't click. If you click, it takes away the highlighted. I'm gonna keep these things. They're already highlighted. I want them all to go into desktopers. I'm gonna click just one and drag. The rest will follow. One click, not two. One click. I pressed it. Shoot. I pressed it too hard and it messed me up. All right. Now I have to come in here and make sure I highlight everything, but make sure these things are not checked. For some reason, it's giving me a hard time with these drives. Okay, now this one. What is the problem? Just unhighlight. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna press it softly. Drag it into here. Desktopers. There we go. Oh no, did I duplicate it? Yes, apply to all. Okay. It asked me, oh, it already exists here. I must have done it before. Okay, they're all gone. They're back where they belong. Now, another thing we can do, again, I'm not using the stacks right now, but you get the idea of how it's done. Something is very important I want to show you is called alias. Alias. Used to be a TV show called Alias, right? Batman's alias is Bruce Wayne or the opposite. I'm gonna go, an alias is like a shortcut. They call it a shortcut on Windows, they call it alias on the Mac. It's a way to get to a folder you really want to get to, but without having it sitting there on the desktop taking up memory. Okay. So, because even the stacks will take up some memory on the desktop. So I'm going to Finder, and let's say that's desktopers again. Let me go to my something in iCloud Drive. Very important. Okay, let's say I have a big folder in iCloud Drive that has videos. Okay, I'm not going to drag that videos folder to my desktop. There's a lot of stuff in it. It's a lot of space, okay? A lot of memory. So what I'm going to do is I can make a shortcut or an alias for it. And the alias takes up no room whatsoever, virtually no room. So I'm going to right click on this video folder and come down to make alias. I'll click it. And here's the alias right here on top. Videos alias. Well, I don't need it to be in here. I want it to be able to get to it without having to go into here. So I'm going to click on this alias and drag it out to the desktop. Now we have the video alias. Okay, let me zoom out. So now if I double click on this folder, I'm sticking here, double click on this folder, it takes you right to the videos. All kinds of stuff in here. Now the videos, like I said, this thing here is only a pointer. It's not an actual folder. So it doesn't take up any memory space by being there. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Now you notice here, I've got folders within folders. Just like the hanging file drawer, the file drawer with the hanging folders, that's a folder is hanging there. But then you have other folders inside those folders, and inside those folders, there are the files or the documents. Right? So it helps me, rather than throwing all the videos in here, well, I have things that are for different videos for different things. You know, for different things, like for trips, and when I made the class movies, class trip movies, or the photo trip movies, not class trip. I go out on the trips. The class doesn't, at least not for now. And then we have as photo trips videos. If I have a thing, doctor speaking out. Let's see here. Let's go back. How do I get back? Where's the arrow at? Oh, I have to go Command key up. All right, up arrow. Video assets. I use a lot of things to put for the trips. All these places I've been to. I find little videos or things to add to the movie. It's how I can get to them easily. I don't even need all this stuff anymore. Once I made the movie, I can get rid of a lot of this stuff. But, okay, pack rat. All right, so that's that. Well, how do you make a folder in a folder? If you're already in a folder, well, same thing. Right click inside the folder in this white area, new folder. Okay. And this one could be for Ruben Museum. Planning a trip there. Okay. It'll already be here. And anything I gather for that will be inside of here, and I can do it. So that is using an alias to have a folder with a lot of stuff in it, but not fill up your desktop space, not fill up the memory. That's because it takes RAM to keep showing things on the desktop. And it appears that they just sit there, but actually the computer, the graphics card, the graphics processor has to keep constantly refreshing, reshowing, boom, instantaneously, so fast the naked eye can't see it. In fact, some scientists, some theorists especially have said that that's what all physical reality is. They said, like, you look at a ocean and the waves are moving, and you take a picture of the ocean and the wave is sitting there still, but that's not how it really is. It just looks that way in the picture, but the wave is constantly always moving. And they're saying that Einstein and all those back then, they postulated that we, being vibrating energy, are constantly showing this projection of ourselves. It's constantly flickering, way faster than the eye can actually see. So we have the appearance of being solid. All matter has the appearance of being solid, but actually we're just flashing. I don't know, that's a theory. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's an interesting idea. Okay? And then, but our minds, especially our subconscious mind, gets an idea, and And then, so it keeps projecting the same thing over and over again so that we can see each other and all that, or we can see ourselves and so on. So that might explain why that, you've heard that our cells are always dying and being replaced with new cells. I've heard people say it takes a year. Some other scientists say, no, it takes a whole 3 years to completely replace your entire body with new cells. Well, then the question comes up, if you're replacing the entire body with new cells, why do you have the same diseased organ year after year if everything's being replaced with new cells? Why would your body replace 6 cells with some more 6 cells? And the answer they gave was, because you have the idea in your subconscious mind, which guides all of this, that you have a sick part. And so we got to keep making that sick part. Maybe that's how that faith healing works, right? You heal, you believe it. Oh, I'm healed. Bam, it's gone. So anyway, a little bit of science there. Anyway, so that's how you make the alias, and that's how we keep things from taking up all kinds of memory on the desktop background. Now, let's see. So let's talk about tags, which is a lot different, as actually it may seem harder at first, but in many ways, it's actually easier once you get the hang of it, get the concept. So let me go here and bring up here. Oh wait, I'm supposed to show you this I'm supposed to show you this first. Okay, all right. It's like just under 3 minutes long. This is a refresher, and then I'm going to put this into the chat, and then we're going to go to tags. All right. Let's go here. Okay. MacOS. Human today. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this larger. Nice and big. And let's share, making sure that we have the sound. Sound is there. And go. I hear nothing.
Folders to help keep things organized.
For some reason, it takes
To
a while
create a
come
folder
up.
on your desktop, right-click the desktop. If right-clicking is disabled, understanding how to work with files and folders is an important part of
Okay, the volume is too low. 1 second. I thought I did this before we started. I have to redo it. Settings. Oh, it's way down. All right, let's bring it way up. All right, here we go. It's gonna work now.
Understanding how to work with files and folders is an important part of managing the information on your computer. As you accumulate more files on your computer over time, you may want to create new folders to help keep things organized. To create a folder on your desktop, right-click the desktop. If right-clicking is disabled, you can hold down the Control key and click. Then select New Folder. Now type a name for your folder. And if you want, you can rename the folder at any time. Click the folder once to select it, press Return on your keyboard, and the folder name will be highlighted. Just begin typing to rename the folder. Double-click the folder to open it. Once you have some folders, you can begin moving files into them by clicking and dragging them to the folder where you want them stored. Or move multiple files at the same time. Just click and drag the mouse to select the files. Then click and drag again to move the group to the folder. To organize your files further, you can add a subfolder. Just right-click the window and choose New Folder. Maybe you want to organize your photos by people's names. Now we can move some of these photos into the subfolder. macOS also allows you to add tags to files and folders. Tagging allows you to color code by category, so you can find items quickly. To add a tag, right-click the file or folder. Then just select the desired tag. Maybe you want to tag all your family-related files and folders with the red tag. You can click on the tag to see all the files with that tag. If you have a folder you use frequently, you can save time by creating a shortcut on the desktop. While holding down the Option and Command keys, click and drag the folder to the desktop. When you release the mouse, the shortcut will be created. The icon will have a small arrow indicating that it's a shortcut. Now, anytime you want to view it, you can simply double-click the shortcut and the folder will open. If you want to remove some of the clutter from your computer, you can delete files and folders you don't need. Just click and drag it onto the trash icon. Doing this won't permanently delete them, but will keep them in temporary storage just in case you change your mind. When you're ready to permanently get rid of them, right-click the icon. Then select Empty Trash. Finally, click Empty Trash. Now all these items will be permanently deleted from your computer. These are just a few tips for working with your files and folders. We suggest you try them out for yourself and see how they work for you.
Okay. I'm not a fan of putting things in the trash temporarily. What if you forget and you empty the trash? Oh man, I put the winning lottery ticket in the trash just to hold it there, and I took the trash. Oh no, that's not my way. But that's one way. I'm glad you showed a quicker way to get to that shortcut though. So now, briefly did tags. I'm going to now go over that again. A little more specificity. So we are going to, let's see here. What's the simple? I have to go. I don't like showing the whole desktop because it makes everything so tiny. But let me go into a folder, a file folder. I'll open up a Finder window. Look at Finder, it makes it nice and big. All right, share screen, here's Finder. Okay, this is my Finder window. I'll open the Finder, the square face in your dock. And you have a lot of things here. You have on the sidebar, and you can change what's on the sidebar, by the way. AirDrop applications, desktop, blah, 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 whatever. And you scroll down, you have locations, and then you have tags. Now, tags are, like she said, the way to color code, or you don't have to use colors. You can put words in there. So, and the neat thing about tags is you don't have to know where this stuff is. It doesn't depend on you having a path or a tree. They call it a tree, where this file's in this folder, that's in this folder, that's in this folder. It doesn't matter where it is. Once you tag it, it'll be found by clicking on that tag. And you can bring things that are located in disparate locations, but they'll all be together in front of you. So here's something called priority projects. Let's try this one, self-development. A few things here. Okay, let's do this one. Kaya promotional. It's Kaya speaker sheet, okay? I was working on this thing for my wife, putting together all those materials for her to present, because I do the graphic stuff, and for her speaker sheet so she can get speaking gigs, and all kinds of little things had to be involved. This document was somewhere else. This document was somewhere else. This picture was somewhere else. They were all over the place, but it didn't matter where they are. I don't have to go running around different places. I just click on this speaker sheet and everything is here. Let's come down to all tags. Okay, now here's more tags. A bunch of tags here. Okay, here's a thing called, all my purple tags, wherever it's there. These are all purple or red. Let's see here. All the gray ones, that's all this stuff. I don't know why they're gray. You see all kinds of different stuff. It could be some of anything in here. I gotta redo these because these don't make any sense. Now, some of these I gave a name to the tag and put the color, which is why I only do things by color, because it really doesn't tell you anything. It's not really that useful. So, but there's some illustrations I was doing for somebody else. Oh, I still have rabbi videos on here, taking up space. Why are these here? Okay. So this is rabbi that I do. This last year, they have not been able to have the services in person. So he had me come to his apartment, and I set my camera and everything, and I record videos of him, and they broadcast them out on however they do, YouTube, wherever they do, so the congregation can watch them. Okay, so I learned all about. I heard a lot of sermons, learned a lot about Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, all these things. It's very, very interesting, very interesting. Anyway, so, and here is thinking about invoices, here's business card, anything related to. Now, so how do you do it? Okay. So let me give an example of that. So I'm going to tag a bunch of stuff, and then we're going to see it all together. And it's going to be in different locations, right? So I'm going to go to the documents folder and find something here. Here's something, lost and found flyer. Okay, I'm going to right click on that and tag and give it the tag class example. Okay, and I'm going to give this one the blue tag. Okay, now again, I don't have to give it a color. All right, so now I'm going to go to a completely different folder. Here's something here called Wake Up Your Genius. I was writing some material here for my things I'm preparing for a book and stuff I'm doing. Right click on this one. Okay, again, I'm gonna call this, I'll make it blue. I shouldn't have done that. I'll make it, I call the tag, here it is, class example. Click on it, there it is, boom. That's in that folder. Now I can go something completely different now. I go back. I'm gonna go over to music. Where your music at? Okay, here's music folder. Go into music, and I'll click on something, media. Nothing here. Oh, that's right. I don't keep music on this Mac. I'll just put music library. All right. I'll make this tag. The. Oh, it won't let me tag that because that's something different. That's a system folder. I can't tag that. Let's go back. Instead, I will put like something like movies. Once again, I don't have any media on here. It's captures. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll go to my external drive. That's where I have all this stuff at. That's where I have all the stuff. Okay, so now I go into here and we'll see where the music is. It's taking too long. Here we go. Now we're talking. This is my regular stuff. Here's music. And there's all kinds of music in here. There's songs in here. Blah, 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 blah. I can pick any one of these things. Oh, yes. Here's a song by, where's Thomas Dolby? Where did he go? Society of Sound. Thomas Dolby. All right. I'll pick one of his songs. Oh, Spice Train. I'll pick that one. Right click on it. Tag. Why doesn't it let me do this? What I want to do? All right, I'll click blue. Add tag. Here it is, class example. That's what I wanted. All right, class example. Okay, I got two tags on here. I don't want that. I don't want that one. Uncheck that. Okay. And I'm going to put a video in here as well. So let's go out of this. Okay, I also have movies in here. Here's movies. And here's a demo of clip grab. I'm going to put that in there. Oh, all right. I don't have to right click on it. Here it is. Click here. Add tag. Class example. Okay. I'm using this in the view, column view. Okay, I did it. Let's go. All right, good. Let's do one more. Let's go find an image. Okay. So I'm going to go now to pictures. Here's some pictures here. And here's a picture of this kind of weird looking mermaid kind of thing, whatever this is. I'll use that. Here's something for Star Wars. Okay, right click on that. tags, click tags, and then you right click, choose tags, then click on the tag you want. All right, good. Now I've got stuff from different parts of the computer, from different drives, external drives, and the music folder and the pictures folder, and all over the place. So now let me close that. The share stopped. Now I'm going to open up I'm going to do a full screen desktop. Here's my desktop. Hey, I want to find all this. I need to find all my class examples. I'm going to go into Finder. Here's Finder. Zoom in. And my tags are down here. Oh, this class example. Good. I click on class example. Okay, so why isn't everything there? What did I do? What did I do? Okay, let's go to blue. What happened here? Why didn't it work? All tags. All tags, blue. So I must have not done this right. It's supposed to work. All the class example things should have been right here, just these two. So I must not have tagged them right. Anyway, that's the idea. I'm not gonna do it again. But you see here now, I got stuff here. And okay, all kinds of stuff here, singing from wherever they were, I put them in here. And it usually works. I have no idea why it didn't work that time. I'm going to delete that. No, I'm going to delete the tag called class example because it did not work. Delete tag. If you delete the tag, the stuff you gathered is gone. It's not deleted from the computer. It's just deleted from that group. So I'm kind of disappointed that little example that I did, and maybe, you know what, maybe it won't, oh, you know why? So it won't let you pull them in from different drives. That's why it didn't work. I pull things from an external drive and maybe they won't let you do that. It has to be right there on the same drive that the computer's on. Okay, all right, well, that kind of makes sense. That's why, because I had two things from on my main hard drive, and then I had two things from this drive called media storage. I had two things from here, but since it's not in the same place, the same physical location, it's not on the computer technically, then they want to. Now, if I did a bunch of stuff within here, if I made all my tags from within this drive, then it should not be a problem at all. So I'll do it again. I'm going to go real quick. I'm going to go to photos. Okay. And I'm going to find a photo from here. I don't know who this little girl is, a nature walk. I'm going to make a tag on this one. Tags. What did I do wrong? Pointer tag. Oh, there it is. And now it was just slow. Now I'm going to call this one class example. All right, that's done. I didn't make it blue. Who told you to be blue? Okay, and now that I had this down, now I'm still within the same drive. Now I'm going to go over to music. Okay, music, and I'm going to pick a song. It's Anne-Marie. One thing. It's thing one thing. I click on it and I choose class example. Now that one has a tag. Okay. And I'm going to now do go to documents. Somebody's stuff. All right. Pick one of these documents. Here's a PDF folder, PDF document. And again, these are different areas, different types. You get the idea what's going on here. And finally, I did a photo, I did the music, I'm going to do a video. Right? 4 different kinds of things. Here's retirees photo thing. Right click. Has a red tag. I'll take the red tag off and go to tags. And then finally click on class example. All right. Now it should work. So now I'm in here. Let me make it bigger. Okay. So now let's say I would let me reopen this thing. Start. It's like, I'm opening now. Again, I'm in this drive, media storage. Okay. And here's class example. I click on it. All my stuff is there. I didn't have to go to all those folders to find this. This came from the music. This one came from the photos. This one came from the videos. This one came from the documents. And they're all together because they all had this, they all shared the same tag called class example. And that's how that's supposed to work. Okay. Alrighty. And that's the story with that. Now they only gave you, I'm gonna put that film that I showed you. I'll put it in the chat. Let's get out of here. All right. So you can watch it. It just goes over very briefly what we did. It's a quick and easy film. Share, copy, and then I'm going to go to the chat. Okay, files. Okay. And you can click on that video, the link, or right click and save it or copy. And there it is. Good. I don't think that Apple I don't think they do that. No, they talk about, oh, they show you how to do it on the iPad. So I'll say that for the iPad class. Everybody here has an iPad. How to add tags. What's your microphone? Yeah, they don't do it for the Mac. Oh well. Oh well. So, but if anybody here also has an iPhone and an iPad, I'll just put this in here as well. Why not? Because it works the same way. And the reason to see this is that
tagging your files with keywords or color coding can help you.
I'm going to show you this. I'm going to put this in here because what's important is any tags, if you have an iPhone or an iPad, any tags that you create on your Mac will also show up on your iPhone or iPad, assuming you're signed into your same Apple ID. Okay. All right, here is a share. On works the same way. There's that one. So let's look at it. It's less than a minute, like 44 seconds.
Tagging your files with keywords or color coding can help you find what you're looking for faster. Here's how to add tags in the Files app. In Files, touch and hold a file in your iCloud Drive. Third-party cloud services might not support tagging. Now, tap Tags. Choose an existing tag or tap Add New Tag. Give your new tag a name. Now, choose a color and tap Done. Tap anywhere outside the tag's popover to close it. Your files organized.
And it works backwards and forwards. So if you are signed into your same Apple ID account, if you make a tag on your iPhone or iPad, it'll show up on your Mac. All right. So that's a little exploration of organizing in files and all of that. I know it's kind of a dry topic, but it's important unless you don't have anything on your computer at all. Exactly. But I've had some students, bless their hearts, didn't understand anything, brought their Mac in and like, what? Couldn't find anything. They had put all of their music into documents. I said, well, why would you put it in documents? Because it's a thing that says music right here. But I guess they didn't notice that. So I have to move all that stuff back and it should have been and so on. And that's what I meant when I said that Apple when you get the Mac, it's kind of set up for you to help you. Last thing I'm going to show you before we go is how it originally is. Here's the Finder. And the Finder, open the first up. When you first get a Mac, the Finder, the Mac OS, they have right here, they have downloads in the house. The home folder is a little house here. So they call the home folder. Your name should be there, whatever name you chose. It's going to have downloads, movies, music, pictures, applications, sites, and then public. We're going to have those. These are things that I added otherwise since then. So if you got, oh, that's how I learned how to do it. Oh, there's a folder for music. Oh, there's a folder for documents. Oh, there's a folder for pictures. Okay, I put pictures from my camera, I'll put them in there, right? I'm not going to put them, why would I put them all over the desktop? Why would I put them somewhere else? They already named the thing for me to put it in, okay? Logical to me, but not everybody uses the same logic, so I'm gonna say. Okay, now that is our deal for the day. A little complicated, little dry, techy, but we try to bring this stuff is important too. So next week will be a good bit more fun. We'll be doing templates and pages, so you can make flyers and letters and newsletters, and then mainly that, but we'll look at your time templates in the other free app is Keynote, how to make presentations and slideshows and templates. We'll probably have a whole class on Keynote again anyway, rather than spending too much time in there. But now you don't have to know how to set anything up. You just go in and just fill in the spaces, and voila, you're a desktop publisher. So that'll be fun next week. All right, everybody. So we'll be back next time. Then we have more classes this week. We have iPhone, iPad. We have our Wednesday Tech Seminar, and we have our trip on Thursday. So check your newsletter, and check the website. And I don't see you on any of those. I'll see you next week. And until then, as always, be happy, healthy, and safe. I have to say safe again. Things get a little crazy out there again. And we shall see you next time. This is Victor Carr signing off.
Bye, Victor.
Bye-bye.
It's Andrea.
Hey, Andrea. Oh,
Voice is Andrea.
oh, rejoice is Andrea.
Yes.
Rejoice. All right. And we got Diane and Velma. Good seeing y'all.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.